What's going on, guys? So we are back out here at the fifth wheel for our second video in this three-part series. And this video is going to be all about this etrailer E3200R inverter generator. Now, if you don't know the difference between an inverter generator and an open frame generator, this specific generator is going to put out very clean power. It's not going to fluctuate a lot. So when you connect things like your laptop computer, your cell phone chargers, things like that, inside of your coach, when it's paired to this type of generator, you're going to have virtually no risk of damage happening to your sensitive electronic equipment. Whereas an open frame generator generally isn't going to be pure sine wave clean power, and you're going to have a greater risk of power fluctuation. It is rare, but it does happen, and it can potentially damage some of those sensitive electronics. Inverter generators are great for two reasons. One, clean power. Two, they're very, very quiet. These are the types of generators that you can use in RV parks or state parks, national parks, where there are rules against the amount of noise you can have at night. These run very clean, they're very quiet, and they're very compact. They take up very little room. One of the downfalls you get with an inverter generator, though, is a significantly smaller fuel tank. One of the nice things is that they make fuel tank attachment kits, which give you the ability to feed extra fuel into them automatically, and it's usually just by way of vacuum. When the fuel starts to drain out of this tank, the other tank essentially starts feeding fuel into it. Really, really cool kit, and something you might want to consider if you want the extra run time, but you want to do it with an inverter generator. Anyways, let's talk about the specs of this specific generator. 3,200 starting watts, 2,900 running watts. Technically, this generator does not have the power to start a 15,000 BTU air conditioning system, and it comes very close to maxing out with a 13.5 BTU air conditioning system. But we're going to test this on a 15,000 BTU air conditioning system to see if it not only starts the fan, but allows the compressor to kick in and start cooling. This is a really cool setup. One of the things I love about this generator is that it comes with a wireless remote control. Plus, it has a handle integrated into it as well, right here, and the wheels are inset into the unit, so they don't stick out off the bottom very far. The problem with some generators where the wheels stick out off the bottom is it adds extra height to it, and it's harder to fit into the back of a pickup truck. But this generator is very compact. It fits easily under the cover. I get about 4 inches of clearance between the top of it and the cover, so I have a lot of room, and I don't have to worry about things accidentally hitting it. I have my 30 amp cable here, which is connected to the RV already. Let's go inside the RV. So we are climbing into the RV again, and we are going to test the AC to see if we can turn on the 15,000 BTU air conditioning system with the inverter generator. Drop it down to 70. Or 69. The fan's going to kick on first, then it's going to take another 10-15 seconds before the compressor kicks on. So the fan's already on. Give it a second. Hopefully it works. And it works. That is awesome. So their inverter generator is capable of powering a 15,000 BTU air conditioning system. That is fantastic. Let's test some other things while we have it plugged in. So I'm going to turn on the refrigerator, and it's on electric. No problems there. It's running the refrigerator just fine. Now for the big test, the microwave. Now, a microwave uses a lot of power, so typically you cannot run a microwave and an air conditioner at the same time. So we're going to see what happens when we hit the 30-second button and run a microwave. Oh, that did it. So the generator shut down when trying to run the microwave, the refrigerator, and the air conditioning system. Now you can tell the generator is still running, so it basically just went into overload protection. So you can see that the generator is actually still running. It just went into overload protection. So what I want to do right now is I'm going to turn it off. And start the generator back up. As you can see, it's ready to go. Then if I plug this back in, we're good to go. So I'm going to go back inside and start the air conditioner up one more time just to make sure that everything still works great. Back inside the RV again. I'm going to drop the temperature back down to 70 again. Fan should kick in. Fan kicked in. And the air conditioner should also kick in as well. Give it a few seconds. And there goes the air conditioner. Compressor's kicked on. Everything is running perfectly well. And something to keep in mind, with newer RVs being equipped with all LED lighting, you really don't have to worry about your LED lights being on, even if you're running a small generator like this. They draw such little current that it really isn't going to impact the performance of the generator at all. If you still have incandescent bulbs inside of your RV, I highly recommend you switch those out to LED because they pull such a lower amount of power. To give you an example, one incandescent bulb, even if it's a 20-watt bulb, is going to be the equivalent of about 20 LED light bulbs, because each one of these pull a watt or less. Some of them pull less than half a watt. And by getting all LED lights throughout your coach, you really are going to put less work on your generator, and you're going to be able to put more of that power towards major appliances like your microwave or your air conditioning system. Anyways, I am really thrilled with the output of that eTrailer inverter generator. I'm going to put a link to it in the description of this video in case you're interested in getting it yourself. It is very affordable, even considering the size. This thing is 3,200 watts, and it's $750, $800 in that price range. Definitely recommend you considering it. It works really well. I haven't had a single hiccup with it, other than, again, overloading it by running the microwave, air conditioner, and the refrigerator at the same time. Overall, though, very impressed with the performance of the generator. I think eTrailer has a great product on their hands, and it's definitely something you should consider. Their return policy is fantastic. Their customer service, I think, is the best in the industry. But more importantly, their resources, their educational series, their videos on how to install things are top-notch. And I would argue to say that probably everybody who's installed the type of components that they sell or equipment that they sell have probably watched one of their videos in the past. Anyways, guys, I'm real satisfied with how this demonstration went. I was a little leery to see if that generator would be able to power the air conditioning, especially the fact that it's a 15,000 BTU unit. It did, has no problem. It's still running. It's cooling the coach down. Very, very happy and impressed with that generator. And again, I want to give a big shout out to the folks at eTrailer for helping me make this video series possible. They have some fantastic products, and everything about that company, in my opinion, is top notch. Give them a look if you haven't had a chance to visit their website, etrailer.com. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and I will talk to you again very soon.